Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to session 3 of the Archbishop Mitty High School Virtual College Fair. We're excited that you're here. We're going to wait just another minute or so, let the students click all the right buttons you need to get into the room, and we'll get started here in just a minute. So thanks for being here, and stay tuned. Okay, it looks like we have our group. So again, welcome to the Archbishop Mitty High School Virtual College Fair. We are excited that you're here. We have a great group of colleges here tonight and presenters that are excited to share about their institutions with you. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit more about the colleges that you're interested in. I'm just going to go through a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. First, your cameras and microphones are turned off, so don't worry, we can't see you or hear you. Hopefully you can see and hear us okay. If not, just send us a message in that Q&A box and we can help troubleshoot that for you. Speaking of the Q&A button, that's really your best way to engage our presenters tonight. So I would encourage you to ask questions throughout the session. They have lots of insight. They only have 6 minutes to talk to you about their college, but they are happy to answer questions throughout the whole session. So it doesn't just have to be to the college that's currently presenting. You're welcome to ask questions to any of them, either individually or collectively, and they would be happy to answer those as well. If we don't get to all of your questions tonight, that's okay too. They will get a transcript of the questions and they will be happy to follow up with you individually after the session as well. Don't forget, this is just one of many sessions happening this week. So be sure to check the StriveScan website, sign up for additional sessions that you might be interested in. And then this session is being recorded as well as the other sessions and will be available at that StriveScan website where you signed up within about a week or so. So our plan for tonight, we are session C1 in the bottom left-hand corner. So we have 7 colleges on deck to talk to you tonight. And so we are going to kick things off with Creighton University. So Anne, I will let you share your screen and take over.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Anne Hardy, and I'm the Associate Director of Admissions for Creighton University, which is located in Omaha, Nebraska. And Creighton is a Jesuit school. There are 27 Jesuit universities in the country, and we are one of those, located right in the middle. I am an alumna of Creighton. I grew up in Sacramento, went to Creighton, studied nursing, and lived in Omaha for about 13 years before moving back to Sacramento. So I work with students from Northern California from a regional office. So if you choose to apply to Creighton, I'm the one that would read your application. As I said, Creighton is a Jesuit school, and the Jesuits are the largest order of Catholic priests. You certainly do not have to be Catholic to attend Creighton or any one of the 27 Jesuit universities, but the Jesuits were founded in 1540 by St. Ignatius of Loyola. And as a Jesuit university, Creighton is forming leaders for a more just world by teaching behaviors that reflect critical thought and responsible action on moral and ethical teaching. The Jesuit values are magis, which means more, going above and beyond what's expected of you, really striving for excellence, being men and women for and with others, so sharing gifts and pursuing justice, having concern for the poor and marginalized, cura personalis, which is care for the individual, and the education of the whole person. We really want to make sure our students are well-rounded. We have over 140 different academic programs at Creighton, and all of your classes will be taught by the full professor, not by a TA. We have about 4,400 undergraduate students and another 4,400 graduate students. Our student to faculty ratio is 11:1, and our average class size is 24 students. We get about 80% of our students come from out of state, which is great because people don't just pack up and leave and go home on the weekends. We get students from all 50 states and 50 different countries. Our undergraduate programs are the College of Nursing, the Heider College of Business, and the College of Arts and Sciences. College of Nursing is a direct entry program. That's the only major that students declare when they apply to Creighton. We also have our own dental school, law school, medical school, occupational therapy, pharmacy, physical therapy, physician assistant, nurse practitioner, and 50 other graduate programs that all give preference to our undergraduate students, which is a really big deal. So for example, the acceptance rate from our undergrad into our medical school is about 50%, and that goes down to about 6% for students applying to Creighton Med outside of Creighton undergrad. 76% of our pre-med students are admitted to an MD program in the US. And then our acceptance rate for our dental school from our undergrad is about 65 to 80%, and it goes down to 6 to 10% per year for students outside of Creighton undergrad. So, and then for all the other graduate programs, the numbers just go up. You will graduate in 4 years. We have no impacted majors at Creighton, and arts and science students declare a major at the end of sophomore year, and our business students at the beginning of junior year. We've developed an interprofessional approach to education where we offer a team approach to healthcare education. We want our students to have that experience learning as part of the healthcare team. We're building a second healthcare campus in Phoenix, and when that is complete in 2021, we will be the largest Catholic healthcare education provider in the world. We were voted one of the top schools in the country for undergraduate research opportunities. We want students to come in freshman year and start engaging in research. Our Heider College of Business is well connected in the Omaha community. All of our business professors have practical experience, and we have 6 chartered financial analysts on faculty, which is more than any other business school in the world. We offer 2 practicums on campus, the IJ Apple Store Practicum, which is unique to our campus where business students run the Apple Store. We also have an investment portfolio where students invest $6.5 million of our school's endowment through 9 Bloomberg terminals that are all set up live to the New York Stock Exchange. Omaha was voted the #1 city for paid internships. We have more internships than we have students to fill them. Omaha is also home to 4 Fortune 500 companies with another couple dozen with operations in Omaha. We were voted the #1 city for new college grads because it's a fun place to live. There's many job opportunities. The cost of living is low. We are also host to the College World Series. We have over 250 clubs and organizations at Creighton, including sorority and fraternity life. And our students are actively engaged in service and justice opportunities and campus ministry opportunities. We also have our own retreat house, which is about 20 miles away from campus. We are Division I, part of the Big East Conference, and we get over 18,000 fans at every home men's basketball game on a typical year. We are host to the College World Series, and we also have club sports, intramural sports, and students get into all home events for free. We offer many different study abroad opportunities, including our Global Scholars Program, where students spend 2 semesters away and 2 summers away. And we're very proud of our student outcomes here. I'll just kind of share that. 99, 100, and 99%, according to the colleges, of students are exactly where they want to be within 6 months of graduation. You can apply through the Common application or the Creighton application. It makes no difference to us. We went test optional last year, so we already have a year under our belt. We encourage you to apply even if you haven't had the opportunity to take a test, and students with tests are competitive for admissions and merit scholarships. Our early action deadline is November 1st. It is non-binding. I'm going to wrap it up so I can pass it off, but this is me. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Great, thanks so much, Anne. Okay, next up we are going to go to Loyola, excuse me, I can't talk tonight, Loyola Marymount University. Sorry, Janelle, take it away.
No worries, thank you so much. Give me 1 second to share my screen and we should be good to go. All right, hello everybody and welcome. My name is Janelle Batista and I'm one of the assistant directors of undergraduate admission at Loyola Marymount University. So some common themes I want you to pick up on about LMU is that we're a mid-sized Catholic Jesuit university in Los Angeles. Being mid-sized, we're about 6,600 undergraduate students, but we keep our average class sizes pretty small at around 20. So we like to think it's the best of both worlds, where you have the amenities of a larger school, whether it's the 200 clubs and organizations, sorority and fraternity life, community service orgs, Division I sports, but then you have the class sizes of a much smaller school that allows you to really personalize your education. In terms of the Jesuit identity, I know Anne briefly mentioned this. We are also a Jesuit university, but we're actually the only Jesuit school in Southern California. So as Anne mentioned, the Jesuits, they're a pretty progressive group of priests. They focus a lot on social justice and caring for the community, or as they like to call it, men and women born with others. Another big pillar that's taken into the LMU identity as well is the idea of cura personalis and care for the whole person. So you can see these tied into our mission statement, which is threefold, starting with the encouragement of learning. Our students love to learn. They're the ones in high school who took advantage of what their schools had to offer, whether it's honors classes, AP classes, finding what you're passionate about and diving in, and that love of learning continues to develop at LMU. Next is the education of the whole person. We recognize there is so much more to you than just being a student. So we take care of you in the guise of mind, body, and spirit so that you could grow in an academic, social, and professional sense. And finally is the service of faith and promotion of justice. About 50% of our students identify as Catholic. The other 50% identifies a wide variety of other religions and lack of religions. And it creates a beautiful interfaith dialogue between our students. But a common thread throughout all of them is the idea of promotion of justice. So our students continually give back to the community. In one academic school year, they produce over 200,000 hours of community service, none of which is mandatory by the university. In terms of our academics, we have our core curriculum as well as our 5 colleges on campus. All of our students participate in our core, which is 13 themes spread across all 4 years, and it's pretty flexible, which is why I say themes rather than specific classes. So for example, within theological inquiry, you could take classes ranging from mindfulness to Christianity to Scientology to Buddhism to Islam to comparative religions and everything in between. And as I mentioned, we do have our 5 colleges on campus. So the Bellarmine College of Liberal Arts being our oldest and largest, our College of Business Administration, which is really founded in the morals and creating students who are creatively confident and have moral courage in the workforce. Communication and Fine Arts, our School of Film and Television, which is ranked in the top 10 in the country, as well as our College of Science and Engineering, which provides all lab-based classes and hands-on learning. Being within Southern California, specifically in Los Angeles, definitely has its perks. Our campus is about 1.5 miles from the beach and up on a bluff, so you overlook the Pacific Ocean, the skyline, and the Hollywood sign. So outside of our beautiful campus, you have access to everything the city of Los Angeles has to offer. So whether it's hanging out in downtown LA, going out to Hollywood, driving up to PCH, or going down to Silicon Beach right at the base of our campus. So Silicon Beach is essentially a bunch of the tech companies and tech industry from Silicon Valley are setting up offices further south, right next to our campus community, which is absolutely incredible. Our students continually go down to Silicon Beach for different interviews and internships, and these companies consistently come up onto our campus as well. So some of the companies down in Silicon Beach include Google, SpaceX, IMAX, Hulu, The Honest Company, Microsoft. So it's truly all right at our fingertips, which is thanks to our Career and Professional Development Center, we've developed this incredible dialogue between Silicon Beach and the LMU community. Our Career and Professional Development Center does a great job of making sure our students get integrated into the industry, as well as providing with incredible services on campus. So whether it's building your resume, your LinkedIn profile, letting you rent out clothes from our on-campus wardrobe, or helping you out with career tracks and site visits. So tons of networking opportunities to really get you integrated into the workforce. And with these services that are put in place, these are just a couple of the places where our students are currently interning. So you can see it's a wide variety of opportunities ranging from the healthcare industry to well-established businesses, the tech industry, the entertainment world, and truly everything in between. And so this is just a small sampling of where our students are at the moment. And with the services that are put in place, LMU students within 6 months of graduation have a 97% success rate, meaning they have that next step lined up, whether it's being employed or going to graduate school. So we have a number of services throughout your journey at LMU and also helping to make sure that you're set up for the next step. In terms of the application, we are available on the Common App, Coalition App, and LMU's website, and it's the same content across the board. So whichever one you're most comfortable with is the application I encourage you to utilize. For fall 2021 and fall 2022, LMU will be test optional, and we are truly optional in every sense of the word. You'll still be eligible for every major, you'll still be eligible for every scholarship. We take a very holistic approach when it comes to reviewing your applications. As I mentioned earlier, care personalis is part of the Jesuit tradition, and that care for the whole person is incorporated every step of the way throughout your time at LMU, including within the application process. So a very holistic view. And I also encourage you to stay in touch. I recognize the college application process and discernment process can be stressful, but I want you to know that we're here to help. So feel free to send me an email or check us out on our virtual visit page. And that is all I have for you for tonight. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and hand it back over.
Great. Thanks so much, Janelle. Okay, next up we have St. Edward's University with Kate.
Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be with you tonight, coming to you live from Austin, Texas. So my name is Kate Axelson. I'm an admissions counselor with St. Edward's University. I graduated from St. Edward's in 2018, and I'm a current graduate student with the university too. I grew up on the East Coast, so I'm very familiar with what it's like to move out of state to the South and have lots of different perspectives to share about St. Ed's. So just a general overview of our demographics. We're about 3,400 students undergrad population, with every class being around 700 students. As a student myself, I had classes anywhere from 7 to 25 people in my class, so the average is about 18. Depending on whether you're a freshman, intro level, or senior, more focused in your major, the classes will range, but every class is taught by professors, no teaching assistants. We have over 50 areas of study. So when you apply to the university itself, you don't have to declare any majors or tracks right away. But sometimes with pre-professional tracks, the earlier the better. We usually recommend by the end of your freshman year to have something declared. We're a very diverse campus. We have almost all 50 states and 57 countries represented and 24 languages spoken. So you're going to hear French, Spanish, Arabic, German, different languages walking to and from class, which was always really neat to me. That was a huge selling point of knowing there would be that much diversity. We are a Catholic institution and also have 49 other faiths. So you can be Catholic, it's not a prerequisite, but you don't have to have any faith. You could have a different faith. You will definitely find people on our campus you identify with. And then if and when you decide that study abroad is something you want to pursue, that is a big way that our students engage while they're on our campus. We have 20 partner universities our students can choose from as a first option. With those, your tuition, scholarship, and financial aid all go with you. So the goal is not to incur extra cost for study abroad, but students studied in over 30 countries in the last couple of years. So you can really go anywhere that you want. So we are located in Austin. Austin is one of the best college towns in America. It was a great city to be a student in and still is to live in. When students are looking at school, I really encourage them to think about both where they're going to be studying and living. And Austin is a really great intersection of food, culture, music, tech, different industries, every major that you could think of. Austin needs that discipline. So thinking about your time, about where you're going to be living, Austin will definitely check all of the boxes for students. We have over 300 days of sunshine every year, hike, bike, swim, all kinds of activities. So it's a really neat combination of different ways to be engaged. We are also a liberal arts institution, so you'll get a little bit of everything in your degree. Every student on our campus is assigned 4 different advisors. The first is an academic advisor who will help you strategize your degree. The second is a success coach who will help you goal set, find internships, maximize extracurriculars. The third is a financial aid advisor who will help you with all things tuition and scholarship. And the fourth is a career coach who will help you find those internships and jobs. So being in a small campus means you have access to a lot of guidance. Our small class sizes also lend themselves to a really strong reputation in the Austin workforce. We've been told time and time again, our students are very prepared for being interns and entering the workforce after they graduate. So you can trust that your time at St. Ed's in your 4 years will be spent really well preparing you for post-grad. These are a few places our students have gone on to work. Austin is known as Silicon Hills. We are the southern version of Silicon Valley. We have many, many companies that are headquartered in Austin. Whole Foods, the first version, or the founding location, is actually located in Austin. So again, any industry you can think of, Austin definitely needs you. If you are not ready to go onto the workforce, or you are on some sort of pre-med, pre-professional, pre-law track, these are a few places our students have gone on to study. So being a smaller institution means that we're not lacking in competition, competitiveness for students to be selected for these very prestigious higher education institutions after us. So Austin is a great city to be a student in because it connects you to all of the places that you might want to go after your 4 years of undergrad. When it comes time to looking at the application, we take 3 modes of application: the St. Edward's app, the Common Application, and then Apply Texas. But that's usually for students who want to just stay within the state. We are a rolling admission institution, which means you can continue applying throughout the year. or we take applications through the spring, but we do have some checkpoints throughout the year to encourage students to apply earlier. If you apply by December 1st, your application fee will be waived. So your application to us is free. You're automatically considered for merit, scholarship, and the honors program. And being out-of-state students, you are all automatically awarded a $5,000 annual scholarship already. So whatever amount you are awarded your freshman year renews 4 times over for all 4 years, and in addition to that, $5,000. We are test optional for fall 21 and beyond, foreseeable future. So if you are a senior now or a younger grade than that, you can trust that that will be our policy. We don't want to penalize students for not being able to access a testing center, or if you feel like a test is not an accurate representation of your academic ability. We want you to feel like holistically you're sending us your best self, however that may look. So please feel free to email our general admissions email, or you can ask me for my email, and I'd love to follow up with any questions you have. Thank you so much.
Great, thanks so much, Kate. Okay, next up we have Reed College with Grant.
Thank you so much. Let me just share my screen really quick. All right, so good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Grant Sewell. I'm a Senior Assistant Dean of Admission at Reed College, and excited to share a little bit more with you today about Reed. So Reed is located in the Pacific Northwest, so we're right up in the city of Portland. And we're about 5 miles from downtown Portland, so very close to the city center, but still in a suburban neighborhood in Southeast Portland. So one thing I like to share about Portland is the connectability to great public transportation system. Portland also epitomizes this idea of the 20-minute neighborhood that essentially says that you can walk, ride your bike if you're in anywhere in Portland for 20 minutes in any particular direction. You'll be able to satisfy a lot of your basic needs, such as like finding amazing food carts, restaurants, coffee shops, record stores. We have those in Portland. But just to say, the connectivity of the city is a great way to be able to get around. Amazing public transportation system. And when you're on our campus in Southeast Portland, when you step out onto the campus itself, there's actually more trees than people. So I think just speaking to kind of that backdrop of the Pacific Northwest. So, very lush, it's very green and very close at hand. And in terms of some of the specifics about Reed, so on average, we have about 15 students in your typical class, and it's primarily discussion-based learning. So interactive, discussion-based, civil kind of debating with your classmates to kind of really sink your teeth into and get to kind of immerse yourself in different subject matters that we have. On average, we have our students faculty ratio is 10-to-1, so you get to really know your faculty. That's also achieved through the fact that our faculty also serve as your academic advisors as well. So I think that really kind of gives you the chance to get to know them by having them kind of advise you about your future plans. And so with that too, I would like to just tell you briefly about our academics. So, Reed, by being a liberal arts college, we kind of have 2 kind of common denominators all students would experience. And that would be a required first year sequence called Humanities 110, and then a senior thesis that would require you to complete as well. So in Humanities 110, students get the opportunity to explore diverse historical contexts and ask very broad questions to kind of really elicit a deep analysis. And then, by the time you're at your senior year, you've been at, Reed for 3 or 4 years, and you're kind of getting the chance to really explore about a topic that you're super excited about, that you're passionate about, to really kind of frame like what you want to focus in on your senior year. Another unique piece about Reed outside of the academics is through something we call the honor principle. And so the honor principle is how we go about actually informing and building community at Reed. So it's not a code, it's not written down. I like to share it because sometimes students ask, what makes Reed, different than another liberal arts college? And so one way is the honor principle. And so, I was raised with the golden rule. Some people were, some people weren't. But essentially the golden rule says that I should treat people the way others want to be treated, or that I want to be treated, where the honor principle tries to take a step further to say, I should intentionally put myself in other spaces, treat other people the way they want to be treated. And so that's how we go about kind of informing the Reed community. It's very much student driven. So our students are actually the ones that sit on the honor council. It's a group of honorable students that kind of help us inform and make community decisions. The other thing I like to share about Reed is that we're a very inclusive community. And what I mean by that is we don't have any exclusive clubs or groups. Full community participation. It's open to anyone who would like to participate. So, if there's an activity that you see that you want to be a part of, you can do that at Reed. Another kind of unique piece about Reed that I like to share is through something we have every spring semester. It's called Paideia Week. So during Paideia Week, this is a week-long, non-academic based week where anyone in the Reed community can teach on any subject they would like. The reason I like to share that too is that kind of transitions really well into our application, because if you decide to apply to Reed, that's actually the prompt for our supplemental essay question. It asks, if you're a member of the community, what would you teach to us and why? And when we're reviewing applications at Reed, we utilize holistic admission. So we will review all materials that you submit to us to make a decision for you. So, your transcripts, your letters of recommendation, your essay, we will factor all of those things in. And Reed is test blind for 2021 and 2022. So we won't utilize, factor in, or take into account a standardized test. I think we realize that there's a different kind of degree of access to the test, a lack of equity. And so for us, the test was never a driving force in how we actually made a decision for an applicant. So we'll review all materials you submit to us. We have an early decision, an early action, and a regular decision. And if I can be of more help, you can always email us at admission@reed.edu. But I appreciate your time and attention tonight, and I will turn it back over. Thank you very much.
Great, thanks, Grant. Okay, next up we are going to go to Vanessa with the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Vanessa Aya with the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, or UCCS. UCCS is a part of the All Public, All Research University of Colorado system. We are a four-campus system. Many students are familiar with Boulder. We have a downtown Denver campus. We also have our medical campus where you can only do doctor's degrees. But in Colorado Springs, the campus that I am a part of, we are the smallest with a little less than 12,000 students who started or restarted back with us for this fall semester. We are located in Colorado Springs, which is the second largest city after our capital city of Denver, and we are just an hour south of downtown Denver. We have 6 different areas that students can choose to major in, and I get asked a lot about our Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences. I get asked a lot about our College of Business, and I get asked a lot about our College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. But do know that we also have our College of Education, we have our School of Public Affairs, and our largest college on campus is our College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences. On this slide here, you'll see some of the new programs that are new for 2020. And in our School of Public Affairs, which includes criminal justice, we do have a brand new bachelor's and master's in social work. Cybersecurity is something that we have had under our College of Engineering and Applied Sciences, and we will continue to do that. But our School of Business, they have added the management aspect of cybersecurity. Digital media exists and is new in what is called our Bachelor of Innovation program, or BI. It is a trademark degree. Only entrepreneurs would think to copyright a degree. So truly, it is a one-of-a-kind program. You will not find a degree like that anywhere else except for UCCS. When this program was started 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago, just to give you an example, a couple of those original programs that we still have include game design and development, as well as computer security. And then finally, human physiology and nutrition is not a new area for us. In our city of Colorado Springs, we have one of the U.S. Olympic Training Centers, the headquarters for the U.S. Olympic Committee, and at least 20 national governing bodies of sport. So anything human sciences, health sciences, sport management makes sense in our city. What is new is that human physiology and nutrition, they have a brand new building. And just a few things to highlight about them. One, at last count, they have at least 8 physicians who are teaching faculty. So they're not just teaching our 3rd and 4th year medical school residents, but they are teaching our undergraduate students in athletic training, nutrition, just to name a couple. And so what that means is these physicians are also in their brand new building seeing patients. And so it really makes for a neat collision space for students when it comes to their coursework, exposure to clinicals, and of course, that undergraduate research opportunity. So all Colorado public universities, per our state legislation, went test optional this year. And this is a grid for our campus. So depending on what major you're looking at pursuing, will determine what GPA we are looking for. We are non-impacted, so very unlike California, that is, impaction is not a thing in the state of Colorado. So we're gonna be looking for a certain GPA alongside with certain courses, depending on what major you are looking to go into. This is on our admissions website, and very soon we will have a similar grid that will detail for you how our automatic merit scholarships work this year, because in years past, they were also tied to test scores, and that has also gone test optional. Our University of Colorado campus does participate in the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. Know that not all of the University of Colorado campuses do, and we do it automatically in Colorado Springs. So when a student applies to the university, they've been accepted, and we see that they're from California, to any major except for nursing, they will automatically be given that lower WUI tuition rate. For our nursing students, however, that does not come under WUI. They come under what is called the PEAK award, and that brings them down almost to the same amount as the WUI tuition. And then here on the bottom are just two examples of scholarships that are not automatic. So the two on the top are automatic things that we do upon your acceptance. The bottom two are ones that you will need to apply for. We do rolling admission when it comes to applying for admission, and then upon your acceptance, you can submit a scholarship application, which would include these two particular awards, and that is due on February 1. So there's more information about that on our website. Finally, with my last 40 seconds, I would be remiss if I did not mention our wonderful location in Colorado. And so Colorado is very much the great outdoor playground. Just like California students, our Coloradoans love to be outdoor and active and healthy, except we love it in all 4 seasons. We have great cuisine in Colorado. My personal favorite is green chili. You will not find the good green chili anywhere else but in Southern Colorado. But if you do miss home, do know that in the state of Colorado, we are getting our first In-N-Out burger, and that is going to be landing in Colorado Springs by year's end. And that is my time. Thanks for your attention.
Great, thanks so much, Vanessa. Okay, next up we have Washington State University with Maria.
I think it would help if I unmuted myself. I forgot to do that. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to start a timer for myself just so I don't run too long. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Maria Mendoza, and I'm a Regional Admissions Counselor for Washington State University, located here in the Bay Area. I'm regionally based in San Jose, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started here since I only have a few minutes here. So a little bit about WSU Pullman. We do have a few different campuses scattered throughout the state of Washington. I represent the Pullman campus. This is our traditional campus where you have residential life, sports on campus, Greek life, things like that. In the city of Pullman, we are located way off on the eastern side of Washington, about 5 hours away from Seattle, and the closest largest city to us is going to be Spokane, which is about an hour and a half up north from Pullman. In Pullman, we have total population just over 34,000 people. It actually has grown significantly since this presentation was created. And we are a mid-sized school with just over 21,000 students on campus, and a total population of undergraduate students just over 18,000. Despite having that many students on campus, we do boast a very small student to faculty ratio of 16:1. Very small class sizes. About 79% of our classes have fewer than 50 students, and about 59% of our classes have fewer than 30 students. students. So it really is going to be a true college town. That's definitely the experience that you're going to have. It's not a commuter campus. I mentioned sports. We are part of the Pac-12 NCAA Division I sports. We have 17 different sports that students can enjoy year round. Football is definitely a big thing. It always brings a lot of excitement to our campus. We also have a lot of student entertainment opportunities. There's actually an entire organization on our campus that is dedicated to bringing student entertainment to you in the form of Up All Nights, which is just events to get students out of their residence hall, meet some new people, and then also a lot of concerts. So we're bringing big name artists to you. And then a lot of other ways for students to get involved. Involved through student clubs and organizations. We have over 400 clubs ranging from if you're interested in the health sciences, there's a lot of different health science clubs available, a lot of college engineering and computer science clubs available as well. I would say about 20 to 25% of our students are involved in Greek life. So it is a big part of what our students are doing, but it's not the only thing that students are doing. So there's a lot in terms of student involvement because of our location and our student body making up the majority of the town. Everything is student led and student run. So there's always something going on campus. You're constantly meeting new people, whether that's being involved in intramural sports or whether that's getting involved in some sort of community service. Our students are just very, very active. And I did forget to mention, we also enjoy all 4 seasons. Our students are very active on our campus. Things like skiing, snowboarding during the winter months are very popular. Going camping, hiking, things like that are also very common during the summer months. And then at WSU, we also offer over 200 fields of study, with our most popular fields of study being within our College of Engineering and Computer Science, our College of Business, Communications, and also all of our health sciences. We're a Tier 1 research institution, and we offer a lot of different great undergraduate research opportunities since our graduate population is so small, and we are more of a mid-sized school. We can essentially get students to study abroad on any continent, even Antarctica. We do have a lot of great opportunities for that. And we have a great honors college that provides students with a different curriculum. We offer more of a Socratic style of learning through our honors college. So definitely something to look into. And then hopefully we have a lot of seniors in here. Applying as a freshman at WSU is pretty simple. We have our own application on our website, apply.wsu.edu. And for fall 2021 applicants, we are test blind. So if you didn't get the opportunity to take your SAT or your ACT, don't worry about sending those over. We're not going to consider them. And just to kind of give you an idea of where our students are at, our 2020 incoming class had a 3.4 unweighted cumulative GPA. And we also have something called assured admission for students that are at a 3.6 unweighted GPA or higher. If you have any questions about the application process, I will include my contact information here at the end. Some out-of-state scholarship opportunities that we offer. We're also part of the WUI, the Western Undergraduate Exchange. What we offer for our students is an $11,000 award that's automatic if you have a 3.6 unweighted GPA or higher, and it is renewable for an additional 3 years. We also offer a Cougar Award, which is for students that are between a 3.2 to a 3.59 unweighted GPA, and that's also a $7,000 scholarship renewable for an additional 3 years. Those two are non-stackable, so you only get one or the other if you meet the GPA criteria. And then we also offer over 700 general scholarships through our WSU General Scholarship application. And it is due January 31st, so I always encourage students to get that in as soon as possible. And I actually have a little bit of extra time. I think I talked a little too fast, and that's okay. But if anyone has any questions, please feel free to screenshot my contact information. Like I said, I am your regional counselor, so any questions that you have, come straight to me.
Great, thanks, Maria. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have Louisiana State University and Thomas.
All right, hello everybody. My name is Trey Colleen, and I am the California Admissions Counselor for LSU. I am from Louisiana, and I'm also an alumnus. I'm based in San Diego now, but I'm currently a little south of Baton Rouge, so I've been doing a little hurricane preparation for this weekend. Founded in 1853, LSU is one of 50 public flagship institutions and is located in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We're considered a mid to large institution with 34,000 enrollment and a 24-to-1 teacher to student ratio. LSU has utilized its land, sea, and space grant status in becoming a top 30 university for total research conducted. Through this research, LSU has accumulated numerous Nobel Prizes, including our most recent in 2017 for detecting gravitational waves and confirming Einstein's theory of relativity. In addition to being one of the top schools for research opportunities, we're also in the top 1% of universities for the breadth of our academic programs. We have over 330 academic programs to choose from under 12 senior colleges, boasting multiple programs that rank #1. We're one of 8 universities with law, medical, dental, nursing, veterinary, and MBA schools, and our students get accepted into law and medical schools at significantly higher rates than the national average. We recently increased our lowest out-of-state scholarship by $10,000 per year, and we're now ranked in the top 15 in the nation for return on investment, while ranking first in the SEC. The picture you see here is a picture of our new on-campus upperclassmen apartment complex. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but it is our newest opportunity for students to live on campus. LSU has 12 senior colleges, including an undecided college for students who are unsure of what they would like to major in. None of our programs are impacted, so when you arrive to campus, you'll be able to start working towards your degree. Our senior colleges offer residential housing for freshmen, which is a great alternative to traditional dorms. Not only do we have several brand new residential dorms on campus, these residence halls offer classes and advising within the dorm while allowing students to live next to those that they'll be in class with over the next 4 years. Our senior colleges offer their own specialized study abroad programs as well, with over 300 locations on every continent. LSU invests into its campus fairly consistently. The bottom left shows our new business college, which houses one of the first full entrepreneurship institutes and the #1 internal auditing program in the country. We do have a Shark Tank type event every year where students can submit their business ideas and win funding for that. The top 3 all receive some sort of funding. To the right of the business college is our new engineering college. At over $110 million and with 410,000 square feet of space, Patrick F. Taylor is now the largest freestanding engineering building on any college campus in the country. At the top left is one of our residence halls. And like I mentioned earlier, we do have a few new. We've built 3 since 2015, and we've recently broken ground on another. To its right is a picture of our new recreational facility. Our new UREC features an interactive track, outdoor beach volleyball courts, plenty of workout and space and fitness rooms, and much more. Students are able to enter the UREC by scanning their eyes at the door. Once the scanner reads the student's retina, the doors open. The UREC is located next to the LSU lakes, which are freshwater lakes that line the eastern side of campus and are popular for paddleboarding and kayaking, both of which you can rent for free from the UREC. Our sorority row is lined all along the lake, so they're lakefront. So this whole area has become really a focal point of activities on our campus. Also released in 2018 was our on-campus upperclassmen apartment complex, which was on the intro slide. It's called Nicholson Gateway, and it was a $240 million project located right across the street from Tiger Stadium. It has a built-in grocery market, restaurants, and its own mini rec center. The culture of Louisiana and LSU is something that really stands out and differentiates the LSU experience. Located in the capital city of Baton Rouge, the area serves as a strong college town as well. The pride for LSU flows throughout the state. No matter where you are, you will see purple and gold. We're about an hour away from New Orleans and have an airport 15 minutes away from campus. We now have over 500 student organizations and the 9th largest stadium in the world, holding over 108,000 people. At certain games, crowds of over 150,000 can be seen tailgating throughout campus. It's gotten so loud that our crowd once registered for a small earthquake. While football may receive the most media attention, LSU does rank 9th for most Division I championships across all sports. Once the new year rolls in, spring semester brings in crawfish and festival season. Crawfish bowls can be seen on a regular basis throughout campus, while Mardi Gras celebrations are abundant from Baton Rouge down to New Orleans. Mardi Gras is an international festival, and it is a holiday in Louisiana as our students get a half a week off. California students are able to experience this festival like a local would, as you certainly get to meet students from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, all over. And they have their personal preferences when it comes to Mardi Gras traditions. At the bottom right, you'll see our dairy store. Louisiana is a milk deficient state, so LSU's cows are the only cows in the state that are used for ice cream. It's really popular, especially during the fall and summer months. There's really never been a better time to be a Tiger. LSU has enrolled its largest, highest scoring, and most diverse classes for 3 years consecutively, while also increasing its California enrollment by 200% during that time span. We offer out-of-state scholarship opportunities from $10,000 to $50,000 per year and are one of 40 universities to offer the prestigious STAMP scholarship. We're a few weeks away from announcing that we will be test optional, so please be patient with us there. And we do evaluate students through a holistic review process. That's my name, email address, phone number, so please feel free to reach out to me if you have any other questions.
Great. Thank you, Trey.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you to all the students who joined us tonight. We hope that you learned a little bit about all the different colleges that you're interested in. I know they had a lot of great information to share, and they would also be happy to follow up with you individually as well if you have additional questions. So when you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. If you don't mind taking a couple of minutes to fill that out for us, we'd really appreciate any feedback that you have about tonight's session or any of the others. Also, don't forget, this is just one of many sessions that are being hosted. So be sure to check the StrideScan website for any additional sessions you might be interested in, as well as all of the session recordings in about a week or so. So again, thank you so much for coming. Have a great evening, and we will talk to you soon.